what is out? What should we go and see?
Alice Darling is the feature directorial debut from filmmaker and actor Mary Nighy, who's the daughter of Bill Nighy and Diana Quick.
Oh, right.
The film is written by Alana Francis. Anna Kendrick, who I like very much, is Alice. She's in a relationship with a suave 30-something-year-old Simon, played by Charlie Carrick. He seems, very exciting and the rest of it, but he's very, very demanding. And as the film goes on, it becomes clear that he's more than just demanding. She wants to go off on a weekend with two friends. But in order to do so, she has to lie to him about what she's doing. Now, we don't have a clip, but we have a clip from the trailer, which kind of sets the thing up. Here we go.
Hi. Hey. Hi, I'm so sorry I'm late.
So for my birthday, we're going up north for a week. You're gonna come, right? Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Remember this thing I told you about? That sales thing? Turns out now they do need me to go.
Why?
I came up, I guess.
What am I gonna do without you? My beautiful girl.
We are so glad that you came.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you!
We just really want you to relax.
Relax in what way?
Relax in a way that means you're not thinking every minute about what your increasingly creepy partner is doing. So, meanwhile, there is a search going on for a missing girl, a search that somehow sort of seems to dovetail thematically with the central character's own sense of being lost. And subtly, the narrative kind of equates these two threads, these two predicaments. I mean, particularly at one point, the threesome sort of come together to be involved in the ongoing search. There's a thing that Anna Kendrick's character says is that there's nowhere left where I can be alone other than in her thoughts. And the film also at one point quotes Mrs. Dalloway, which of course is Virginia Woolf, Room of One's Own. And it's kind of interesting because you remember that film Sleeping with the Enemy? It's from way, way back.
Yes, I was going to say it's a long time ago.
But it has that similar sort of vibe at the beginning that what looks to be sort of, an idyllic relationship actually is much more sinister.
And the music is doing all, in that bit that we've just heard,
precisely
the music
so.
is doing all that work. If there was no music, when he says something like, how will I cope without you or something, that wouldn't sound creepy, but the music is telling you, watch out.
And interestingly enough, the music, but this is by Owen Pallett, interestingly enough, when I saw the film, I didn't know anything about it at all. And I thought at the beginning it was a rom-com, because that's kind of what it looked like. And then it starts to sort of work this sinister thing. Now, obviously, people going to see it, they will know because they will have seen the trailer, and you generally know something about a movie. It's a privilege of movie critics that you get to see films knowing absolutely nothing. And I understand that that's not something that anyone else would get. But what I liked was the way in which it slowly started to reveal this atmosphere of somebody being controlled, somebody being imprisoned by their circumstance, somebody being gaslit. There's this recurrent thing that she does with her, that she's playing with her hair, and she's starting to pull little bits of her hair out. And you start to see this very sort of oppressive relationship. But it's done much more through suggestion than anything kind of, immediately blank. The reason I liked it was I thought it had a good atmosphere. I thought Anna Kendrick was very good in that role. I mean, so much so that at the beginning of the film, I didn't know where the film was going. The music is effective. At the end of it, there's a song. But have you ever heard of Hannah Cohen?
Hannah
Cohen.
No.
Okay, so there's an album by Hannah Cohen called Pleasure Boy, which has got a song on it called Baby, which they play at the end of it. I hadn't heard it before. Other listeners may well have done it. This is probably my ignorance. But it's a very, very haunting song that plays over the end of the film. And I was left thinking about the movie quite a lot afterwards, thinking what really worked for me about it was that I wasn't sure where it was going or how heavily it was going to play its hand. And it did a very, very good job of just portraying one of those circumstances in which somebody finds themselves in a situation which is closing in on them, but they're trying to give the impression that that isn't happening. And I thought it was well done. I mean, it's low key, and I think it benefits from that. And it's not a film full of explosive confrontations, but I thought it was effective and creepy in as much as it is creepy, but also it has a creeping sense to it that the story is revealed gradually. I thought it was very well done. Anyway, it's called Alice Darling.
Is there a comma after Alice?
Alice, comma, Darling.
Okay.
Yeah. As opposed to Alice Darling being one of the children from Peter Pan.
I understand. Or daughter of the former Chancellor.
Oh.
So, okay. So it's the Alice Darling. So the Darling is actually quite sinister use of the
Precisely so.
word. Okay, that's very interesting.
Hey, Simon, apparently we've got 20 seconds to tell people how fabulous NordVPN is.
Okay, 1, you get access to streaming services in other countries. 2, you save money on booking holidays as well as having premium cybersecurity on your devices, and all for the price of a coffee a month.
To get your exclusive NordVPN deal, go to nordvpn.com/kmtake for a huge discount on your NordVPN plan and a bonus gift.
It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the description below.